Hello, what up guys, how you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 20 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. Finger points to the sky for a new episode today. Episode number 215. We need to get a good old bunch of our weekend league done. I'm talking that like mid-section. It's normally a little bit gritty, it's normally a little bit nasty, but hopefully Lasty can prevail. If you do enjoy today's episode, do me a favour right at the start and hit me with a thumbs up. As always, we're shooting for about 3,000 likes. If you can make that happen, you'll certainly make my day. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Let me know in the comments section how you finished in the weekend league and who your favourite player, your favourite defender. I don't care about your strikers right now. Who's absolutely the rock in your defence? Let me know down below. So we just get straight on into it. You guys know that the team is consisting of Neymar and FUT Birthday Douglas Costa up front. He is the latest purchase on our series. About 465k I paid for him. Saw him drop down to about 410, then saw him rebound a little bit up, so you never know really what's going to happen with him. Hopefully, by the time we're finished with all that weekend league stuff, and we're looking to either maybe sell him or maybe keep him, I don't know. But if we are looking to sell him, I'm hoping that his price has risen slightly. He earned a penalty here, but Neymar is my designated penalty taker. I wonder if we should change the rules on that, you know. Because obviously I record how my games go. I record who scores the goals, who assists the goals and stuff. I wonder if someone earns a penalty, whether or not they should definitely be able to take it. Because if you're earning a penalty, you're probably in a position where you were likely to score anyway, right? Maybe? Who knows? But yeah, we score it with Neymar, so it's going to take his goal tally up, and you know he's going to end up starting to score more goals than Douglas Costa if we're not careful. Because I think we end up getting 2 penalties in this game. But my opponent did equalise, and we did go 2-1 up. It is Neymar, that man again, scoring a goal, his second of the match, and we go in 2-1 up at half-time. The one shot we've actually let happen, we've conceded. That sounds about right. It sounds about on par for what we're like on this game. And our goalkeepers, how good they are. My opponent decides to wipe me out again, though, early doors in the second half. And we win another penalty of Douglas Costa. This time stepping up with Neymar once again. Like I said, he's my designated penalty taker. And I look right and bluff left this time. And I actually do decide to strike it left. We time it, I think, yellow or mid, not green, not perfectly green. And that is going to still result in it going into the back of the net because all of that wider circle was still within the goal. Fortunately, he dived the other way. And then Douglas Costa is going to finally get a goal on the score sheet to make it 4-1 in the 69th minute. We are gonna be victorious in our first game of the day here. After, I think, what is our current record? 5-1 right at this moment. Because we got that early rage quit in the last game of the episode yesterday, which took us up to 5-1. That's right. So this is going to be our 6th win, bringing us up to silver. I think, yeah, silver 3. OP. Imagine if we just stopped there, and I don't think you get red player picks at that point, do you? What point do you get red player picks that aren't capped? Maybe it's silver 1. I'm not sure. But the next team we come up against is basically full Libertadores. What an interesting squad. You don't see that every day. And actually, I think if you use it in the right manner, you could probably have quite a good Libertadores team, you know. This is a good team. It's just in the wrong formation and players aren't really in the right spots and stuff. But I reckon if you do it right, you can probably get a really good starting 11 with those black and gold Libertadores cards with the League SBC players. And of course, he had like a prime Kaka, I think, in that. So whether or not he got that from his icon pack or... Wait, can you get prime Kaka from icon swaps? And if so, can you already get him? Can you? He might be a 12 swapper, you know. If so, maybe that's where this guy's got him from. Even so, doesn't matter. He quits after 2-0. We scored. Did we score twice with Douglas Costa there? I can't remember. Yes, we did actually. I do remember now. And we pretty much dominated. It was a 3-5-2 that sat really high. So unfortunately for my opponent, although he was trying to have fun, It's FIFA 20. There's not much of that going around, is there? So we move on into the next one. Slightly more meta team coming up now, although a few sort of regular gold items and stuff. Not really sure what to think. These sorts of teams do scare me because there's a couple of very useful players for my opponent there. And then there's also a couple of players which I think, why are they still in your club? Like, honestly, what are you doing? And he actually goes 1-0 up and shows that he is going to prove to be a difficult opponent. Now, this was one of those games where it was tough, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to let it play in the background. I'm just going to pick my controller up. In the background, I am doing some offline friendly matches to get closer and closer towards that 100k pack, all right? So I just need to kick off so that... I've already scored my goal and I'm on beginner, so I just need to win possession or keep possession and should be all good. Anyway, as you can see, we do get a goal back in this match. 51 minutes on the clock. Took us till the second half to get back into it. And then my opponent runs up forward, knocks that ball into a free Havertz, who of course is going to net a goal. And he's back in the lead. So I went 4-4-2, 10 depth. Literally, again, threw the kitchen sink at him. I went on my crazy lasty attacking formation. Got the goal to make it 2-2. And then look at the clock in the top corner. It's like we are way, way, way into injury time. And he's just not blowing that whistle. He was just giving my opponent one more chance to score. And I think he had yet another chance after that one. But it just wasn't as clear cut. He should have scored and won the game right there. So we're going to go to extra time. Look how close this match is. The only thing that's really in my opponent's favour is his possession. So we hit the post of Douglas Costa there. Oh no. I'm now starting to worry about his finishing stat. Do chemistry styles actually work? I just don't know. And then, well, as you can see here, 115 minutes on the clock. I decided to once again, for the second half of extra time, go back onto my 4-4-2 crazy all-out attack. Just simply because... I didn't want to go to penalties. I thought we're either going to win this match because the 4-4-2 worked against my opponent and he couldn't deal with the pressure, or we're going to have so many men forward that he's going to score on the counter-attack and we're going to lose. I'm going to let it go to that rather than penalties. And luckily for me, it worked out in my favour. Maybe I should have been playing 4-4-2 against that guy the whole time, because that seemed to counter his 4-1-2-1-2 wide pretty well, actually. Better than the 4-2-2 did anyway. So, next game, we come up against normal Sissoko, normal Roussillon, and then a whole bunch of special items. Again, scares the living daylights out of me, a squad like that. Like, who's still using regular Sissoko? It worries me. It worries me that someone just knows more than I do or something. But he hits the post with Ben Yedder. That's, I mean, it's FIFA 20 summed up for you. Ben Yedder in a clip, and he hits the post. But then Douglas Costa knocks it across to Neymar, and Bernardo Silva, and they just don't shoot the ball. So it doesn't go in the back of the net. And then my opponent literally runs up the other end, plays that ball across, and his player does shoot and score this time. So I'm 1-0 down to Lucas Moura's Team of the Week moments card. I then push forward. Gianfranco Zola's going to knock this one inside to Douglas Costa. I was getting quite a lot of joy with Zola down the left-hand side. As you can see, we pick the ball up with him again. I decide to push all the way to the byline, and Lala makes a very rash challenge to give a penalty away to myself and get sent off for it as well. So this time I bluff and I stay down the middle. My opponent's 5-star skill, Nick Pope, decides to save the penalty. So there was my opportunity to get back in this match. But hey, we know that there's a man down at right back now, so we've got to push down this left-hand side. Douglas Costa nearly scoring. I won't blame the finishing on him at that point. It was a very tough opportunity to score. Small angles, big goalkeeper, you know, so it's never going to be an easy one. Maybe I should have passed it across, squared it to Neymar or something. Who knows? But early doors in the second half, 10 or so minutes gone, we do manage to get through and score with my favourite Brazilian of FIFA 20 is definitely Neymar Jr. Oh, I love him. He's just great. And then Kent runs down the wing, knocks it back into Douglas Costa, into Atal. We finally turn this game around. We are 2-1 up. That left-hand side proving to be nice and easier for me to score down when he had no man there. And then we get hit with this. Couple of drag backs from Lucas Moura. I can't deal with the drag backs. I just don't see them coming. I know everyone does them, and I just don't see them coming. I just can't read them. And then he gets through with Lucas again here. Not going to lie. want to say that, man. I'm going to show you a couple of clips here which hopefully describe it a little bit better. Like the way that they were taking touches and not shooting, and just like all the look at this. This is a fresh Kent. And he's just, oh no, that opportunity is, maybe I should be scoring that one. But this touch here from Kent, and then again, what is going on? And then Neymar picks it up, somehow gets tackled, and I can't make anything happen. It just felt like there was delay. I don't really want to use that as an excuse though, but the connection wasn't amazing. Forget I said that. We won't use that as an excuse. I lost to a better player. Look at those stats. I feel like we got unlucky, and it just didn't quite work out for me, but so be it. And that is going to be 8-2. So I would 8-2 be me, because we've lost twice. But no, not bad. If someone asked me in the first 10 games, would you like to get 8 wins? I would say, yes, please. I will take that. But we move on into another game. This guy, again, has got regular Sissoko. Mendy, Semedo, again, scares the living daylights out of me. But Douglas Costa, we get started in this game proper quick. Like, we go for it. Atal knocks it back to Dougie Costa, who's going to just McGeady spin and smash that one with his 99 shot power into the near post, and we're 1-0 up after 3 minutes. Are we going to continue on our unlucky streak? Well, it looks like it, because he's got through with his Osimhen. I've changed to the wrong player, and he's got through and he scored. So it's 1-1. But then look how lucky we get here. Look how fortunate we get here. The ball just gets deflected out. We somehow keep the ball here. Somehow keep the ball there. Oh, what's going on? I hate it. I hate it. I hate everything about it. But we score the goal with Costa, and we are 2-1 up. So that's 2 for him so far in this game. But hey, we can't defend, so he runs down the other end and scores. In the 21st minute, there has been 4 goals in this game. It's going to be a high-scoring one, that's for sure. You can just tell. When there's been a few goals really early doors, it's going to be bad. But Atal knocks this one into Neymar, and I am able to turn the goalkeeper. This guy did a lot of goalkeeper movement, which actually threw me off quite a bit. Like, he saved quite a few of my clear-cut shots in the second half with his goalkeeper movement. But, you know, in the first half, we were able to score 3 goals from the 4 shots that we took. He was able to score 2 shots from the 2 goals from the 2 shots that he took. So the goalkeepers just weren't really working today. I brought on my moments Nedved. I thought I'd give him a go in the second half. Again, just to try it, just to see how he does. Do we like him? Is he someone that we would like to maybe buy in the future? I'm just curious. So I brought Zola off. We're going to pick the ball up with Neymar here, strike it to go 4-2 up. That gives me a 2-goal cushion against someone which I've scored a few goals against. Makes me feel like maybe we can win this one, and we've just got to shore things up defensively. Some nice running and movement and skills from Nedved. Knocks it into Douglas Costa, who knocks it back to Atal after doing a couple of nice skill moves himself. We are able to make this one 5-2. Costa's going to spin inside, knock it to Nedved. How have you missed that? I was a little bit shocked, but who knows? Maybe my angles were a little bit wrong because the goalkeeper was where he was. But we spin in with Douglas Costa, smack that one at the near post, and that is going to be a 6-2 goal. We're going to push forward for a 7th here as well. I'm not sure he was really playing at this point. I'm just walking past him, aren't I? But again, a little bit of goalkeeper movement right at the end there to try and throw me off, but I shoot it near post anyway. And I would 7-2 my opponent. It doesn't quite work as well, does it? But yeah, we pretty much dominated. We got lots of goals there, so that can be our 9th win. So we are 9-2. We get a level going up in the season progress, because I also did a couple of things off camera, which was I played like a couple of squad battles matches and stuff just to get me past like a bronze weekly and stuff. So there were things that we did that are going to help, that I was just going to do in the background. It means that we're about 13k XP away from level 30 now, and with a couple of weeks we should be able to easily do that. But the other day when we were like 30,000 XP away, it did look like maybe we were going to struggle to get the level 30 reward this time. So sometimes you just need to go into those objectives, actually take a look at maybe some of the weekly objectives that are bottlenecking you, get them done by playing a couple of squad battles matches or playing a couple of friendlies against your mates, whatever it may be, to help unlock the next tier, the next set of objectives. So this guy right here gets that extremely lucky goal, and had like ridiculous amounts of possession against me. I'm not going to lie, bored the living daylights out of me. I've said that phrase a few times in this episode, haven't I? Apologies for that. So I just quit at 1-0. And I just couldn't see myself ever winning that game. And then this was a very similar story. He had obviously an absolutely ridiculous squad. Totti Kante, the crazy Neymar, crazy Messi, all sorts of stuff. And he does score to go 1-0 up after 6 minutes. I thought about pausing and quitting it then, but because I'd lost my head at this point. That last game just kind of threw me off a little bit. And we do run down the other end and score straight away. So I was like, all right, fine. And then for the rest of this game, whenever I tried to push forward, he just threw everyone behind the ball and then just jockeyed with Totti Kante. All right, fine, cool, I'll go. I'd lost my head and I couldn't be bothered, so we were out of there. And I don't know with this game sometimes. I wish I could keep level-headed when playing the weekend league, but I just get to that point where I've got like 8 or 9 wins. I come up against a few players and it just does my head in. And I'm sure you can all understand it. So there are just so many other things that are more important than sweating out possession in the weekend league. So sometimes you just got to move on. Anyway, guys, that is going to wrap things up for the episode. Unfortunately, the record's taken a little bit of a hit there. We are now 9-4, so not as good as when we started the episode off. You know, we were 8-2 and we're now 9-4, so we've ended it pretty poorly. Douglas Costa has got a lot of goals and a lot of assists for us, though. He's doing fantastically well, if not being a little bit worried about his finishing stat. Genuinely, he's pretty good. He's not as good as Neymar, in my opinion. Maybe Saint Maximin and maybe Di Maria. Maybe those types of players that are slightly higher rated might be better than Neymar, might be on par with Neymar. But Douglas Costa's not quite there. But he's a seriously good, cheaper option. And if you've decided to do the Alexandro Moments SBC, you've got a good player. You've got a very good option there. I do really rate him, and I think he's a fantastic little player on this game. But yeah, guys, that is going to wrap things up for the end of the episode, or for today's episode. Do me a favour and hit that thumbs up button. I'd greatly appreciate it. We're aiming for 3,000. Why don't you come and subscribe as well to the channel? Thank you for that. And of course, why don't you come follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Links are down below. Guys, that is going to be the end of the episode. I hope you're all staying well. I hope you're all staying healthy and safe and all of that stuff. Take it easy, everyone. I will catch you tomorrow with another episode. We might even do the party bag as well. I'm working my way to get this 100k pack so that hopefully we can pack a nice walkout that can go into that SBC. I hope. We're just going to get an 82 rated or something, aren't we? I can see it now. Guys, thank you for watching. I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.